Hey guys, doing a recording here for both my channel and NativeX channel, Breaking Bronze. I am obviously Dudeduo, and this here is.
Yes, yes, yes. Back with Native X once again, and happy to be doing this Q&A. Happy to be here with Dudeduo, and yeah, let's bring it on.
Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, so I asked you guys on the page if what any questions you guys wanted to ask or had any queries and shit, just come tell us. So the first one we had was how to avoid feeders.
How to avoid feeders. It's kind of like a stop playing ranked. You know what I mean? Stop playing League of Legends because it doesn't matter where you go in League of Legends, you're gonna find feeders, and that's the unfortunate thing about this game. But the way I like to look at it, guys, is there's feeders in every division and every game that you play. You will always have someone feed, and the 0 and 9 LeBlanc that you have on your team today is going to be the 0 and 9 Soraka on the enemy team tomorrow. So, try your best to carry a game when you do have a feeder, because there will always be feeders on the enemy team who are going to gift you free games in the future. So that would be my only thing: is don't let feeders get you down, because you'll win just as many games from feeders as you'll lose.
Okay, okay. Um, yeah, good shit. Funniest thing you have seen in a LoL game.
That's actually a question that I saw on the page, and I had to really think about that, because I'm not really laughing a lot when I play League of Legends. I'm kind of focusing, but I'd say the funniest things that I see is normally when I play Udia and I get chased a lot, and just juking ults and stuff like that is just always really funny to me. And uh, just mechanical errors, the most funniest thing that you can see in the game. You get high elo players on Oriana just completely missing everything with their ults. You get Rivens who can't hit their ults. It's just all along those sorts of things. There was actually a long time ago. It wasn't funny at the time, but now that I think about it, it was a tad funny. It was I had a Timo cracked the shits halfway through a game, and he went and sat at Dragon and said, "Fuck you guys, I'm a sight ward." So that kind of shit you in mid game, but I guess that's pretty funny.
The LoL
But yeah,
community.
yeah. The LoL community is not to be fucked with.
Oh wow. The next one's
What
actually
about you? What
yeah.
about you? What's
Ah, it would either be playing Singed, and we had like an evening, um, and it was really horrible. Like I shouldn't have laughed at it, but someone
mm,
made a team. Have you ever heard of Amanda Todd?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, my friends made a team called the Todd Squad,
The Todd
and
Squad.
I main Singed a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
I told everyone in game that I was the reincarnation of Amanda Todd and ran around as Singed, suiciding under towers.
That's terrible. That
It was
is
fucking
genuinely
terrible.
terrible.
I shouldn't have laughed it, but it
It's
was
genuinely horrible. You're
just
an evil person, and
just running around flipping Katarina into our towers was probably the best thing that I've ever done in League. Or saying
oh,
press D
yes.
to fly. That never ceases to amaze me.
Press, yeah, press. What if they take F? I think I run flash on F. I think so.
Just
I
so
think I
you.
run on the right side. Yeah, because I use my telly on the left side, because I always run telly ghost. So I do
Yeah.
D for telly, F for ghost or flash.
I always slip and press F when I ult because my hands are freaking huge.
Actually, for the first time last night, I fucking forgot. Like, I put them on the wrong way, and I forgot to change it.
Oh.
And every time that I went to fucking teleport, because it just, you play hundreds and hundreds of games on Jax or Udia with the telly ghost, and then all of a sudden your ghost is where your fucking telly is. You end up fucking ghosting in. Oh, fuck, it sucks.
Yeah. Okay. The next question. Is a question to me actually. Duo, what lane do you main, and what's your favorite champion?
Mm.
Hmm.
What lane do you main, Duodo?
I main AD carry
Ooh.
in the
Oh, wild
beautiful land
turtle,
of fun.
wild turtle in the flesh. We got double lift, too strong.
Oh dear. Um.
Who's your champion?
Uh. It's like a neck and neck score. It like my two favorite champions, one of them isn't even an AD carry, but
Urgot,
he's just like the best champion of all time, which is Singed.
Urgot,
Urgot is awesome because
mate,
no
you
one
should be
plays him.
playing. You should be playing more Urgot.
I love playing it, but my
I actually,
favorite,
played, I actually played Urgot last night and wrecked. He's got so many cool shit in his
I
kit.
know.
The only thing that makes him fucking useless is his ult. It just doesn't make any
It's
sense.
like, why would, if as an AD carry, why would you want to position yourself into the middle of a team fight?
Yeah, I think that the only thing that it does is um, like makes you impossible to tower dive. Like, I guess that's
Yeah.
it. Like, yeah, it's just rough.
Um, I guess my favorite AD carry would be Tristana.
See, I can say I have never ever played a game on Tristana.
Really?
Not in normals, not in ranked, not in fucking ARAM, not in anything. I've never played an Oriana game. I've never played Tristana. I've never played. I've played Evelyn once, I think. I've never. There's a lot of champions out there that I just have never played. Hey,
Yeah.
that's it. I
Okay,
think I played.
okay.
I think you know what? I think I played 8 Katarina games, and they were in season 3, and I think I won 7 of them.
I played my third Katarina game today, and
She's fun.
it's pretty face roll.
Yeah, she's fun.
Okie dokie. Next question. In low elo games, should you just split push or help with team fights to win?
Well, that's hard. It's a hard question because every game is different. And that's one of the main things that you can do to get better at the game is realize that there's a different. It's horses for courses, guys. It's like every game requires a different problem solving attitude, and like sometimes you do have to go top. Sometimes you do have to go top, or bot and split push for the win. And those are the type of games where your team is just being crushed in team fights, but you are still strong enough to attract attention to another lane. That way, if they send one person to you, you can pick up the kill and then force them to take another person towards you. If they don't, well, you're going to take an inhibitor and they have to fight your team to take yours. Whereas if they send 2 to you and you're strong enough, Tryndamere is really good at it because of his ult, whereas he can continue to fight even though he's dead. Jax is really good at it because of the items that he builds. He builds a Triforce and later the Ruined King that's going to allow him to fight 2v1. Also, he's got a stun. So if you can bring 2 people towards your lane where you're pushing, it allows your team to all of a sudden pick up the advantage by fighting 4v3 from there on out, and lets them farm and lets them pick up dragons or barons or do anything they have to do. And if you get strong enough, which you guys can do at low elo because it's so easy to snowball if you know what you're doing. If you can get 10 kills on Jax, 15 kills on Jax, you can 2v1 easily and kill them. And then if you send 2 people top lane and you die to a Jax or a Tryndamere, both champion, the game's over. That's it. The game is legitimately over. You can do whatever you want, and that's something that you guys can do at low elo to pick up wins. Whereas, on the other hand, if your whole team is fed and strong, then they shouldn't need to go off and go off and split push. Just push it straight down mid. Dive them, do whatever you want, take barons, take dragons, group up, hurt the enemy team, and that's how you win games.
Awesome. Okay. How much time do you put into League?
Endless, endless amounts of time. I won't put it into hours because that'd be fucking horrible. But I love this game, guys. Like I don't know. I've got a competitive streak, and I love this game. I need to be competing at something. Before it was League of Legends, I was playing at the highest level on a couple of Xbox Live games, the UFC Undisputed games. I was playing at the highest level competitively there. I was the 7th best ever to play EA Sports Mixed Martial Arts, and the best ever Australian to play that game as well. I've fought mixed martial arts. I've competed in jiu-jitsu. I really just like competing, and this game's like, it's like the crack of the internet for me because at the click of a button I can compete, and I sink a lot of hours into this game, guys, and I've spent a lot of time playing to get better and researching things and watching videos and looking at psychology of lanes and studying how to win games and champion matchups. And man, this this game, like, it's, it's a huge part of my life, and I love it.
Awesome. Just something that popped into my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been looking at a lot of stuff recently, and I've been talking to people, and a lot of people seem to think, even though they're really far ahead, they still need to take risks in the game. Do you agree with me that that's a dumb thing? If you're really far ahead, you don't need to take risks. You can play really
When, when
safe,
when you
or
say risks, what do you mean?
like making stupid tower dives that it's not 100% that they're going to get kills, and then that could
Mm.
potentially throw the game by giving the enemy kills.
Well, for me, I'm someone who for a long time, I'm starting to get very good mechanically now, and I'm starting to do a lot of really cool things. But for a long time, I was just so shit mechanically. I was just fucking awful, guys, like, legit. And I was bronze 4 for a reason, is because I would have been one of the worst technical mechanical players to ever play the game. That's also another reason I can't play ADC, is because I constantly miss my clicks and do things like that. So the gameplay that I developed for myself was just, I'm a very good farmer, very very good farmer. I farm a lot, and I pressure a lot in my lane, and I play the jungle where I don't need to take that many risks, and that's how I develop my game. So I'm someone who doesn't even take ignite because I don't need to fight. I'm very defensive, and I'm very smart about the way that I play. So I don't take a lot of risks, and I win a lot of games. I don't. I really, if you the game where you play the least, the game that you play and you take the least risks is the game that you win, because a lot of solo queue is really who throws the least. And if you're 5 kills ahead, 6 kills ahead, and you don't need to be taking risks. There's ways that you can apply pressure on the map without giving the enemy team an opportunity to come back into the game. And sometimes tower divings aren't risks. If you've got an Amumu or a Malphite or someone like that that can go in and tank the tower and knock them all up while your team swarms, that's not a risk. You're ahead. You don't need to, you know what I mean? What is a risk is your jungler chasing the enemy mid laner through their jungle while you've all gone base. That is a risk. That is something that you don't need to do. Chasing kills 1v1 is not something that you should ever do when you're ahead, because your team has the advantage. You don't need to go out and hunt for kills. Taking Baron when the enemy team is all up and they have a lot of AOE on their team is a huge risk that you should never need to take. Um, just tanking a tower, your whole team running into a tower and tanking it while to try and take it down while the enemy team is swarming. These are all risks that you don't need to take. Calculated risks that aren't really risks at all when you're ahead. Is one person split pushing and the rest of the team, taking Baron and forcing the enemy team to decide which one. Even if they kill you all at Baron, you still get an inhib, and that could be seen as worth, or you push on further, or you're doing so. That's pretty much as far as risks go. I'm thoroughly of the opinion that the less risks that you take, the more chances you are of winning.
Okie dokie. Awesome. Okay, next. Do you think you could go pro? But I'd also like to add my own end to this. Who is your favorite pro player slash team?
100% easy. That is probably the easiest question that anyone has ever asked me to do with League of Legends. My favorite pro player who makes money by playing League of Legends would 100% be Trick2G. That's, you want to call him a streamer, you want to call him anyone who can make money by playing the game, even though they're not playing in the LCS,
Hmm.
is a pro player. And Trick2G is someone who's extremely smart and is extremely big personality that is easy to connect with, and he connects with his audience. And he's someone that I've based my gameplay on. I've based the way that I run the page, the way that I run my videos. I'm very much influenced by Trick2G. That would have to be 100% my number one favorite pro player. As far as the LCS goes, I'm a team solo mid fanboy. I like solo mid. I don't watch a lot of LCS as I should, but uh, I like TSM. Is Doris still playing for TSM?
Dyrus is still, he's the only, well, there's no original members left, but he is the oldest member of the team.
What happened to Scar? Is Scar not there? Was it Scar that used to play for TSM? He used to play for
Um,
Curse.
Reginald.
Like, yeah, Reginald. That's what happened to
Reginald
Reginald.
was replaced by Bjergsen.
Really?
Chaox
That's right.
was replaced by Wild Turtle.
Well, yeah, Wild Turtle's a
Expecial,
gun. He was.
Expecial's been replaced.
I remember that Wild Turtle back in season 3 had like the two top spots on the NA Challenger.
Yeah,
Him and
Turtle's
his him
nuts.
yeah him and his Smurf. Yeah, I'd say TSM and I don't know the pro players as it goes. I take a little bit from a lot of pro players. Obviously, I transcend more to laners. The top laners like Doris and and Voyboy. I do watch a little bit of their stuff, but they, for some I never really could match the way I play with a lot of them because yeah, I don't know. It's just um, yeah. So I never really took a lot of interest in a lot of pro players, to be honest. Apart from Trick and Darius and Voyboy, those are the main guys. Unless there's someone that I'm forgetting. Um, yeah, who would you say? Who would you say your favorite teams are?
Um,
You would know a lot better than me because you would watch more LCS than I do.
I watch a lot of LCS.
Exactly. You are the man to be asking these sorts of questions about.
um, I'm gonna go with. I'm really torn between Complexity Black, who beat Coast, so Coast are now completely out of the NALCS, and we
Hmm.
now got Complexity Black. But it's halfway.
C9.
Yeah, it's halfway between
Weren't
C9
they,
and
weren't
Complexity
they,
Black.
weren't they fucking guns at one point?
I'm not
C9?
sure. C9 are still the top team in NA. C9 are fucking
Oh,
shit
right,
up.
right, right. There you go.
Um,
That's what it is.
favorite pro player would be like Prolly for Complexity Black, just 'cause he's such a freaking psycho, and I think I vaguely relate towards that, so I think that's the best I'm getting from that. Um, oh yeah, do you think you could go pro?
That is a question that I've pondered upon before, and it's a hard question because I wouldn't play this game if I didn't think that I could take it to another level. Like
Mm,
I wouldn't. This isn't a game for me. It's genuinely a sport, and I look at it like it's a sport like any other. I look at it like it is this League of Legends is most comparable to basketball if any other sport, just because there's 5 roles on a 5-man team versus another 5-man team, and it's got a lot of comparisons to basketball, and it's hard to think of whether I could go pro. I put in a lot of time. I love the game, and I'm getting better. I think I'll have to reassess on that question when I hit diamond,
mhm.
which I'm hoping to do in the next 2 months. I think that I can, if not 1 month. Um, Now the problem that there would be is that the pro scene is not that big in Australia. I don't know I don't know how many Australians. Uh, we have a 200. We how many players is there in the North American Challenger bracket?
Um,
50.
I'll check the EU one, see what EU West is like.
Right
Um,
now I'm 4,550th best player in Australia or something like that. As Lol King will have you believe. So there's not that many players in Australia. For even if I was to get into Challenger, I don't think that it would mean a hell of a lot. I don't think there's a lot of Australian teams that would take me. I think if I was got to a Challenger, if I thought in my heart that I could play this at a professional level, I'd definitely start contacting American teams and other teams to see whether they would be interested in taking me on, like whether I could travel over there and start doing that sorts of stuff. But yeah, I guess you can do anything.
Yeah.
Funnier things have happened, and if just or like it's a hard question, man. But I wouldn't be doing like I'll just say like I'm not here for a haircut.
Yeah.
Like I ain't playing this game to not be good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that'd be a pretty cool story. Like to go from bronze to pro player.
It
I
would
think
be
that'd be a
quite
pretty
impressive.
cool story. Yeah.
I started this season. Last season, I was bronze 4 for the
Mm.
majority of the season, and this season, I lost 7 of my games, and I ended up in bronze 5.
Like
So
a boss,
for
you
the
beast.
yeah, for the first week, I was like, right, fuck this, I'm never playing this game again. After I realized how stupid I was being, I went back and learned what the fuck I was doing wrong, and I'm currently in silver 3 because I
What a
stopped being
boost.
a whiny little bitch and figured out what I was doing wrong.
Man, I played 700 games in bronze, man. I remember the day. I'll never forget the day that I got out. I played 700 games in bronze, and it was the biggest grind of my League of Legends career. It was fucking just wow. Like just every game was just a fucking struggle.
Yeah.
Just not knowing how to carry, just not knowing. Oh man, it was rough. Um, and then I never actually promoted out of silver. I finished the last day of season 3.
Mm.
I was on 99 league points, and
Uh,
I won 2 of my promo series. So the minute that it cut down was like I won my second game in my promo series. You got to win 3 to get into gold, and I'd won 2.
oh
So
man.
so it was silver 2, silver 1, 99 points, promo games, and 1 game away. But funnily enough, I won 6 of. Obviously, my MMR was through the roof because I won 6 out of 10 uh, placement games the next season, and they
Yeah.
placed me gold.
Awesome.
So I felt good about myself, guys.
So leading on from
Uh,
that question, what are the worst habits you see that low elo
what was,
players
what was
have?
the last question? What was the last question? It was
Um,
I had something to follow on with that. It was something about leagues.
oh
I've
fuck,
forgotten.
sorry, dude.
Fuck, I've forgotten. But I do have a question.
Go on.
Do you read the stuff on the page? I know you're on the page, but do you read the stuff on the
I
page?
do. I read a lot of stuff on the page.
Do you find any of it helpful? Like, have
I
you
do.
found you
Yeah.
use any of the stuff on the page in to advance yourself in the game?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I'll get each channel up so I can run through what I have found really really freaking helpful.
Uh huh.
Okay,
This
let's
is
have a
good
look.
for me because
So,
I get a lot of guys messaging me and stuff, but it's good to actually talk to someone about it because.
mm,
Uh,
my thing keeps messing up because I have separate channels. So this is the one that I
oh,
upload stuff on. The other one is the stuff I watch on. So it doesn't have all the watch logos on. Um, so I've always been like a really like huge Jax player. I've always loved playing Jax. So a lot of the Jax tips
champ.
that you've brung out have
Hmm.
really helped actually in the way I play and
Hmm.
how conservative I am in my playstyle, I guess.
Yep.
A lot
So,
of it,
did you find that you become more of a like a farming sort of Jax?
yeah. Rather than I used to jump in at stupid moments, but
Mm.
after
Yeah,
watching a lot of stuff,
yeah. Like a little, just quickly on that. I actually, I was actually season 3. I went negative win loss with Jax. I think it was 30 losses, 30 wins, 35 losses. And I said, you know what, this guy is my type of guy. Like, why am I so fucking shit at him? And so I jumped on my gold Smurf. I jumped on my silver Smurf at the start of season 4 and said, you know what, I ain't leaving until I main jacks, and I ain't leaving this until I hit gold with this account using only jacks, and that's what I did. And I played about 60, 70 games of just purely jacks, and yeah, it was just like I learnt so much. I just learnt so much because I went from I was mechanically good on jacks. I would go 14-1 in games and lose, but like it's just knowing what you can and can't do with him, like knowing when to
yeah,
split, when to group. knowing like who to jump on in fights. And a lot of Jax players have a real problem with they jump straight on the ADC or their
Mm.
most fed enemy player, where sometimes it's good to peel the tank off your ADC and then jump into the fight, or do some damage on the tank, and then when the enemy Oriana kind of strolls in a little bit, that's when you jump on him. Kind of misdirection and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if you guys don't play Jax, it's time to start. You've seen my videos, and you could learn how to play Jax too. It's time because he is a beast right now, and you will get the wins as well. But what? Yeah, go on. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
Um, right. The other stuff was the Trick 2G Madstone Warwick.
Uh huh.
I gave this a go actually. I saw the video straight away the
Mhm.
other day, and I think it must have been like 15 minutes after you'd uploaded it. And I
Mhm.
decided, right, I'm gonna fucking do this. So I went
Yeah.
on. I don't know if it's in my match history. Let's have a look. I don't think it is. No, I jumped straight in on it, and I ended up going 23 to 2. And
Yeah.
I was like, right, this works. Let's do this. So I think that really freaking helped.
Well,
So,
yeah, I think that is probably one of the best videos that I've uploaded, and I wish I could claim the idea for the Madstone, but I can't. It's Trick G's little brainchild, and it's just fucking gold. You can take the Madstone on anyone, and that video was just mainly just about showing people how strong it is to be able to farm in the jungle smartly. Get your feral flare by 13 minutes. Get it by 14 minutes. Come out of the jungle level 6, level 7 with the feral flare. You've already solo drag and just do insane amounts of damage to the lanes and just snowball the game that way. You don't have to risk ganking stupidly early in the game and like failing and doing all these things. It's just a consistent way to put yourself in the best position to win games. And I wish I had played like that back when the Feral Flare first came out, because I think that I would have won a lot more than I lost. I can tell you that. But unfortunately, I wasn't aware of the best way to farm the jungle with the Feral Flare until I started to pay more attention to some of the tricks videos that Tricks come out with. But yeah, guys, it's real. The Madstone is real, and you guys need to get on it. What time are you finding that you get your Feral Flare?
for me, well, I it's kind of my main three roles. Obviously, the AD carry, the top, and the jungle. So
Mm-hmm.
when I jungle, I either play a lot of Malphite, which I don't build Feral Flare on. Um,
You got to build Feral Flare on Malphite. Malphite's a beast with Feral Flare. Uh,
I love the Iceborne Gauntlet Malphite. It's been
yeah,
my
I,
baby for a
I,
long time.
I build Feral Flare into an Iceborne Gauntlet.
All right.
Feral Flare into a Sunfire Cape, Iceborne Gauntlet, and you just fucking wreck. You stomp.
I'll have to give that a go. I've been playing a lot of Feral Flare Maokai,
Mm-hmm.
which is the funnest
80
thing of all
carry
time.
80 carry now.
It is. No one expects it. No one expects it.
No
Um,
one, no one
on
expects the
Xin
Malphite.
Zhao, if I should be getting about 15 minutes.
Mm. Xin
If
Zhao's a little bit different because he's such a big playmaker. Xin Zhao's the type of guy that you get the Mad Stone on,
mm,
and you take either Ghost. See, what I like to do is on junglers, I like to take Ghost. But that way, if I see a gank and I'm close to the lane, I just Ghost the fuck in. I use the Ghost to get there as opposed to when I'm already there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It takes away being out of position on the map. All of a sudden, if you're doing blue and bots getting ganked, you just ghost and you're there within 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you change the fight completely, and then yeah, you don't have a ghost for 3 minutes, but it's better than not having a flash for 5. And to be honest, on Zin, like if you're fighting, you're fighting to the death because Zin's got no escape mechanism. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he's fucked. Like get in, fight, protect your team. Yeah, and that sort of thing. But Zin's the type of guy that you want to take the Madstone on, and you want to make your decision around about 9-10 minutes on whether you're going to build Feral Flare or you're going to build something. Whether you're going to build a spirit of the Elder Lizard or Spirit of the Elder Golem. Same way it was Warwick. If you see a lot of ganks around about 3-4 minutes and you get 2 kills, that's it. Straight away say to yourself, I'm going damage. I'm going to carry this. I'm going to get a Spirit of the Elder Lizard. You don't need the Feral Flare then. If you can get a couple of kills early, you don't need the Feral Flare because it's not as strong as it used to be. And an Elder Lizard is actually better to buy early than the Feral Flare. If you get invaded and die and you can't stack your Feral Flare anymore, go the Elder Golem, Randuins. You become a tanky beast, and you still do base damage. If you can't gank any of your lanes, just farm the jungle. Farm the jungle, get your Feral Flare, become a beast that way. That's the best thing about the Feral Flare is you don't have to freak out and fucking try and camp lanes and never get any kills and steal all the XP off your laners. You can become a carry from just by farming smartly inside the jungle. So it is like the most consistent way to win games, but on Zinzao and a lot of these other guys, you can build different paths with this Madstone. That's the best thing about it.
Awesome. Okay, we got the last question here.
Sweet.
What are the worst habits that you see that low elo players have, and how do you fix them?
There's some hard hitting questions here, guys. You fucking, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Um, shit. Uh, Warding.
Mhm.
Yeah, I notice you all don't ward very well, which allows me or you, as someone who knows what they're doing, to just or at low elo, you just assume that no one wards because no one does, and you can gank lanes to your heart's content. If I was to play, if I was to play low elo, I'd take Jax in the jungle or Tryndamere in the jungle and just farm my Feral Flare, and then come out and just destroy because no one wards, and I'll always be able to steal dragons at level 6, just go and solo dragons, just go and do this, go and do that, come up from behind people through lanes and stuff like that. Another bad thing that low elo does is no one knows how to push their lead, and you can always come back no matter what. I played a normal game the other night with Riven, and I think I died like 6 times in lane to like someone who was a silver, because I was level 20 and they were level 30, and we were playing a normal game.
Mm.
Like as in like I was on my Smurf account,
Yeah.
and I just said to myself, look, if I stay in this lane any longer, this Rengar is just gonna just murder me. So I went mid, and to Kale's dismay, I went and double laned mid with her, and Rengar didn't take my tower, and I was able to take mid tower, take drag, get a kill bot, and all of a sudden when I went back to top lane, I was stronger than this Rengar,
Yeah.
and I was able to kill him from there. It's like, like no one at low elo knows how to push their lead, and that comes from just like watching pro players. If you guys want to fix that, if you guys want to be better at the game, watch pro games. Watch them not mechanically. Watch them what they do when they get a kill. Watch them what they do when Dragon comes up. See how they all like get ready for plays. They ward at the right times. There's no point warding Dragon if the ward runs out when the Dragon comes up. You know what I mean? This is the type of stuff that you guys need to be doing, is watching pro players and saying, okay, he kills his enemy laner, he pushes the wave to the tower before he goes B. He doesn't go B, even though the jungler is obviously bot. See, now if the jungler was missing and I was on 1 health, I'd go B. If the jungler is bot and I can see where mid is, and even, I could have -7 health and I could still stay top because I know I'm not going to die, unless there's obviously permitting an Ez ult, Karthus ult, or Jinx ult. You know what I mean? So it's just little things about knowing how to push your lead at low elo will also be a huge advantage to your game. Bad habits. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's a lot in there. There's a
Yeah.
lot in there. But they all get fixed with experience, and just guys, just like if you see yourself losing games, just have a look at them. Have a look at it, whether it's in your head or you got to replay, and just look at your mistakes and just say, oh well, I'm not going to do that again. Fuck.
Awesome. So I got one last question before we end.
Sweet.
What do you consider low elo? What sort of range do you consider to be low elo?
Anywhere like under diamond?
Anyway.
Nah, like, well, you got, like, I actually have another thing to say after this. Actually, we'll probably do that in the next video because I've got something really cool to say, I think. Don't forget, remind me.
I will do.
Um, low elo, anywhere, the start of, like, how you got like lower class, middle class, upper middle class.
Yeah.
I'd say lower class, like the third world of League of Legends, is bronze.
Yeah.
That there is where you get all your casual players and you get all the players that don't give a fuck. These are your AFKs, your feeders. These are all the guys that couldn't care less about the game. Like, in your bronze five and stuff like this. That's where you'll find them. If you are in bronze five and that's not you, then there you go. You have an advantage already. It'll be much easier for you to get out of bronze than anyone else. Um, then you kind of go up to around about bronze one, bronze two, silver five, silver four. These are the guys that want to be better at the game, but there's something missing. They were never shown how to win a game, and they've relied more on becoming mechanically good, mechanically better than everyone else. But they still don't really know how to push a lead or win a game or finish a game. It's normally in that area about who throws more, and then you come up to gold, which is where I'd say that's about your lower middle elo. So anywhere under gold is low elo, I guess. But then again, gold, you can still do a lot of the tricks that get you out of bronze at gold. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a hard question. The stuff that works to win games at bronze will still work in gold, whereas that shit stops, like the cheese stuff,
Mm.
stops working when you get mid gold, high gold. Um, like right now is probably the first time that I've ever gone like started to visually see at Plat 3 um, a change in enemy laners. I'm starting to see guys who are like real. They've got real mains. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they change their runes depending on who they're coming up against, and they change their masteries depending on their team comp, and they do different stuff like that. And I think that's the start of mid to high elos when like that's no longer low elo is when people start to do that. But yeah, hard question, a lot of hard questions. You guys are killing me.
Well, yeah, that's all we got today.
Ah,
So,
sweet as. I enjoyed this.
no, that's
I
been
enjoyed.
nice.
I thoroughly look forward to doing this again. Hopefully, we get some views on this, and you guys can drop us more questions. Because also, if you guys ever want to ask any questions on the page, just PM me or feel free to drop them in game, NativeX, OCE, add me up, or Dudeduo. That's your name.
Yep.
That is your okay. Yeah, Dudeduo on
EU West.
EU West. Look at that. And over in Wales, are we not?
Yep. In Wales, in the
In Wales, on
land
the
of
other
sheep.
side of the globe. Hey, Australia's pretty. We don't mind a sheep over here too. Not as much as New Zealand. They really like a sheep over there.
Yeah.
No.
There's four sheep
I love
per one
Kiwis.
person in New Zealand, man. That's a fucking lot of sheep.
There's actually more sheep over here, but there's just more people. You
Yeah.
know. So yeah, but yeah. But I love Kiwis. Some of my best mates are Kiwis. Um, there was one more thing that I was saying before we got
Yeah,
on the
you
sheep.
had this really good idea, which you
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that next video.
we'll do that
I'll do
next.
that in the next video, which is just all about my opinion on Elo Hell and why it does exist, but it's not so much what everyone else thinks that it is.
Okie
But
dokie.
yeah. So if you guys are interested in asking any more questions, make sure to PM me on the Facebook page or you know that sort of thing. And if you guys haven't got us on Facebook, it's facebook.com/breaking the bronze. I'm on there, NativeX. Get at us.
Cool. I just like to say one last word from the sponsors who do free skins for my channel and shit. Um,
Oh,
I'd like to say, go check them out. They're like fucking awesome. because free skins for
Well,
me is brilliant.
they can't be fucking that good because I haven't got a PAX Jack skin yet.
I'll start
So,
working on that tonight. I'll start working on that
oh,
tonight.
yeah. No, seriously, guys, what's their name? Ace Skins.
It's Wikiaki skins. I'll get the store up now, just so everyone on the video can see
Hmm.
if I can spell things, which would be like freaking awesome.
So, what
Uh,
type of skins do they do? They
uh,
do like legacy skins
all
and
red skins. Okay, Skin Shop Wikiaki. Um, they do. Let's go through their. They've got a price list on here. Where is it? Um, Scrolling down. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we have Pax Sivir, Pax Jax, Riot Singed, Riot
how much
Nasus.
is PAX Jacks?
Pax
How much is
Jax.
PAX? That's all the people want to know. Good job.
Pax Jax on OCE is €40.
40 euros. So it will cost you an arm and a leg, my friends, to get PAX. I tell you what, if you play PAX Jax, you're going to be able to play Jax just like me straight away. That's the type of shit that makes you a pro player on Jax. Doesn't matter what elo you are. You pick up PAX Jax, you are going to be next level, just like me. So if you guys want to be next level, make sure you hit up Wiki Iki skins and pick up some rare skins. So even if your mechanics and your skills aren't as good as they are, you're still going to get compliments on your fucking skins, guys. So make sure you check them out. Get some skins, support the page, support the YouTube channel, and I think that'll do it for us. What
Yeah,
do you reckon?
that sounds all from me, Dudeduo and Native X here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in a bit.
As always, Native X out.